Listen, my man, I'm just saying though, regardless, when it comes to college football and it comes to NFL football, all right, whether the college football playoff game on is NFL playoff game on, all right, Sundays are reserved for the Tennessee Titans in my house. Okay, that's
Are they
that just
now?
is what it is.
It's a
Yes,
good thing they played on Thursday then. That way you didn't have to watch them.
I did watch them. I lost some years off my
Oh.
life
Can we talk about the
watching
Titans,
that.
Yeah.
guys? Can we talk about
Let's
those Tennessee
let's talk
Titans?
about the Titans. Let me break down this game real quick. A 34-17 win for the Indianapolis Colts, who, just so you all know, on these very airwaves, on these very recorded, you could go back and listen to the airwaves. I said that I thought the Colts were going to be pretty decent, right? Maybe they wouldn't be great, but I called them a 9-win team. If I remember correctly, I called them a 9-win team. And you guys said that I'm crazy and that Philip Rivers is an interception machine. But let me tell you, Philip Rivers,
I stand
29 to
by
39.
that Philip Rivers is an interception
He
machine. I
he
stand
might be
by
an
that.
interception machine. That might still be true. But 29 of 39 from through the air, 308 yards and one touchdown with zero interceptions. Just 70 yards on the ground, 12 carries from Naheem Hines, and seven receptions for 101 yards from Michael Pittman Jr. For the Titans, it was a rough day for Ryan Tannehill, the $100 million man. 15 of 27 through the air for 147 yards and a touchdown. Derrick Henry always doing his thing, 19 carries for 103 yards. And probably one of the bigger stories coming out of the night, the 67 yards by Corey Davis. I just want to offer my sincerest apologies. And I really hope that Corey Davis is doing okay today. He played just a day after the passing of his brother, Titus Davis, who died of cancer. We just want to wish our sincerest condolences to the Davis family,
Yep.
and our hearts, minds, and prayers are with them through this difficult time. We admire the grit and determination of Corey Davis to come out and play the day after his brother died. He said, and I quote, as he was laying there, all he kept telling my sister was to tell me to play, regardless of what happens. He just kept telling me to play throughout the whole process. That's my biggest fan. Since I was a little kid, I was always chasing after him and trying to be like him. I wore his number every year to copy him. He thought it was annoying, but I looked up to him tremendously. That was my idol, my hero. I tried to honor him tonight. And so just some very, very inspiring words from Corey Davis about his
Definitely.
brother. And again, we wish his family the deepest and sincerest of condolences. With that in mind, let's talk about the game. It was a tough one. The Colts out making short work of the Titans in the second half, outscoring
Oh
them
yeah.
21 to nothing. Andrew, what on earth happened? What on
I'm gonna
earth?
I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. Okay,
Tell us
I'm
what
gonna tell you.
happened. We
I'm
need
gonna
to
tell you
know. We
exactly.
need to know.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. Okay, a couple weeks ago, Taylor Lewan got injured. Taylor Lewan tore his ACL. He's done for the year. We haven't seen Adoree Jackson all year. We haven't seen Christian Fulton all year. We drafted an offensive lineman with our first round pick who has yet to suit up for this team because he got suspended indefinitely. Okay.
Yikes.
We did make the trade for Desmond King, but our secondary has been hot fucking garbage. Our secondary has been some shit. We have dudes you don't even know who the fuck. You can't even name some of these dudes we got fucking that are trying to cover T.Y. Hilton. Okay, Adoree Jackson has been injured the entire fucking year. Christian Fulton has not played pretty much the entire fucking year. He hasn't played since like week 1 or 2 or something like that. So what? And our special teams, we have one of the best to ever do it. Brett Kern, that man, he hasn't played all year. Steven Goskowski, apparently he's better from 50 yards plus than he is from inside 30. That just that doesn't make any sense to me.
I hear Adam
More or
Vinatieri is
less,
a free agent, by the way.
I hear McAfee is too. the the point is that, and what's fucked is they would both be upgrades from what we have right now until Brett Kern comes back. The point is that a lot of people want to look at the offense. They want to blame the offense, and they want to say, you rely too much on Derrick Henry. AJ Brown didn't show up to play last night. Corey Davis, it could have been, the aftermath of what happened to his brother. that, maybe he was mentally, but
Well, he was their leading receiver at 67 yards. Honestly, I want to know what happened with this punt. What can you break? You got to break down this punt for me, man.
Oh,
This
he
is
just,
brutal.
dude, he just
Please,
shanked
please,
it. He just
This is
shanked it.
brutal.
He just
because
shanked it.
Andrew
Dude.
has not stopped talking in the group chat about this punt.
Just fucking
He was
shanked
so
it, dude.
angry
I'm
about
just,
this punt.
I listen. If we're gonna talk about all time, since the NFL was established, it might have been the worst punt ever. It might have been, and then he got blocked the very next punt, which resulted in a touchdown, a scoop and score. Literally, our secondary can't, our secondary can't cover nobody because we have two starters that have not played, and as a result, we just cut Jonathan Joseph. We have dudes that you don't even know who the fuck these dudes are trying to guard T.Y. Hilton, trying to cover Mo Alley Cox, trying to just because literally, everyone wants to talk about we can't get a pass rush. Clowney has not put up the stats pass rushing, but what Clowney does is Clowney was a disruptor. There were a couple fourth down plays where Clowney did impact the play. It resulted in turnovers. So Clowney did have somewhat of an impact last night.
He takes up space.
Jayon Brown, Omer even admitted in the group chat he is a big Jayon Brown fan. I love Jayon Brown.
He's a baller.
5th round pick.
Like Jayon Brown reminds me of every single linebacker the Ravens sign in free agency after the draft. He's a grinder. He's one of those type of guys. He's
5th round.
He's gonna
pick
be he's gonna get paid one day. The dude's gonna get paid.
I want to
He's gonna
ask
spend his entire career in Tennessee.
Yes.
I want to ask Omer a question. So, if you're getting beat on special teams and you're getting out hustled on defense, is that coaching? Is that on Mike Vrabel? Tell me about Mike Vrabel.
That is one. So, anyone who's paid attention to this podcast or listened since the beginning, we also want to thank you. It's our 20th episode. Anyone who's paid attention knows my disdain for Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel is a rich man's Matt Patricia, in my opinion. And what that means is he sucks. So, my thing with Mike Vrabel is my problem has always been, he was in a position where he didn't have to do a lot. You don't have to do a lot if you're Mike Vrabel. You've got a solid team. You've got a quarterback who knows the offense, who can work within the offense. You've got Corey Davis and A.J. Brown, who can both go out and get the ball. You've got a beast in Derrick Henry. Let me finish. You've got
real quick. I'll let you finish real quick. I will give you that. We were a playoff team under Mike Mularkey. We did beat the Chiefs.
I was going there, but I was going there, but you just ruined it for me. Mike Mularkey was your head coach before with a very similar team and a Marcus Mariota who was actually being used to his skill set, unlike he was under Mike Vrabel. Regardless, Mike Vrabel had a perfect situation here. And the problem I've always had with him, ever since he became the Titans head coach, he has always found a way to make very easy situations difficult. Whether it's going for 2 at the end of the game against a divisional opponent like he did in the Texans a few years ago that ended up costing them the division and ended up costing them a playoff spot. Whether it was, whether it's calling, having coaches call bad plays, whether it's being in the wrong defense, or Thursday night when he didn't do anything at the end of the game. I've never before seen a coach I've seen players quit during the middle of the game. You can tell, right? I've seen players quit. I've never seen an NFL coach quit. And that's exactly what Mike Vrabel did. Guys, level with me here. You got 3 minutes left in the game. You have all 3 timeouts. You have 2 receivers who can go get it. And you're down by 2 scores, okay? It's not like you're down by 17-20. You're down by only 2 scores. You could go score 2 touchdowns and you're tied the game. 3 minutes, 3 timeouts. Are you really telling me that you're not even going to take the chance to do that? Because what happened in that situation? What did Mike Vrabel do, Andrew? What did he do? He benched his starters and he put in the backups. He put in all the backups. And with 3 minutes left, he had 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning, and he quit. Mike Vrabel, like I said, poor man's Matt Patricia. He sucks. He fucking stinks. He's a terrible coach. They should have ran him out of Tennessee before he even got there. I'm like, and there's no cap. No fucking cap. You guys were better off with Mike Mularkey because, one, he actually knew how to use Marcus Mariota to his full ability. But you guys fired him for God knows what reason after he won a playoff game against the Chiefs, after he led you guys to the divisional round. But regardless, you take away all that. You take away this is a good football team. I just don't know. These easy decisions, Andrew. Like you can say, oh, you guys were like 6-0 or whatever to start the year. You guys are 6-2 now. You can say all that. You can say he went to the AFC Championship game last year. If I was coaching this team, I could have taken that team to an AFC Championship game. The way that they were playing. That had nothing to do with Mike Vrabel. That had nothing to do because he wasn't even calling the offensive plays. Mike Vrabel is a detriment to this team, and you know it. You and I have talked about it. The dude, you guys were better off with Mike Mularkey. You guys probably would be better off by getting someone like, you guys are going to be better off with like Jason Garrett as your head coach than Mike Vrabel. Like no cap. Again, Mike Vrabel, he's more evidence that Bill Belichick coaching tree doesn't work. It doesn't work in the NFL. The only person who I've seen really buck that trend, and we're going to see if he actually does end up bucking that trend, is someone like Brian Flores. And why is that? Because he doesn't make it about the Bill Belichick system. He makes it about himself. Mike Vrabel, again, he has a lot of those Bill Belichickian tendencies. So we're going to see what happens with that. But I see just run him out of town, Andrew. I don't know what you got to do because Titans fans on Twitter were pissed. Like it wasn't just you at Mike Vrabel for quitting on the team. They were pissed.
I saw. We were. I kept my mouth shut just because I was so mind blown at what the fuck I just saw. I saw a first half of absolute fucking dominance, and then I saw a second half of like what the fuck is this? Like
now you know
the second
what it feels
half
like to be an Atlanta Falcons fan.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. For more content, please hit that notification bell, comment, subscribe, and everything like that. And just remember, keep it real.